Okay, Robby here, Dodgy Garage, mobile DPF cleaning. This is a Honda Civic. I've been asked to come here and have a look at the vehicle. Apparently the DPF warning is on. We'll have a look at that just now, and I'm busy loading up the scanner. So when I switch the ignition on this vehicle, the fans are on. The cooling fans are on immediately, which is odd. They shouldn't be on already, but they are. And then I've already found that some wiring has been unplugged. So we're going to have a look and see what's going on. It seems to me that this sensor looks new. And we're going to obviously check the pressure inside the DPF. Here's your DPF over here. And then these pipes here come up to the DPF pressure sensor, which is this guy here. So let's get in and have a look. I don't know what's happening here, but obviously someone's been here before me. There's some odd bits and pieces. Let's get in and let's take a look. Okay, so on the scanner here, let's have a look at the other ones first. Steering angle sensor malfunction, and then particle matter accumulation quantity excess. Okay, well, let's have a look and see. I mean, it may just simply be a blocked DPF. Let's just have a look. Read fault codes, and there it is, 24A4. Okay, and then we're going to go into read data stream. I'm just going to find the different modules that I'm interested in looking at, because if you look over there, I've got 234 to go through, so just give me a moment. Okay, now I've started the car. This is a bit of a strange one. There are no lights on the dash. The car is idling, and at idle the differential pressure is at 4 HPA, which is 4 millibars, which you want it between 0 and 10. So that's exactly correct. It's been a while since its last regeneration success, 369 kilometers. Apparently 12 grams of soot in the filter. Okay, and then rev her up, and at 3,000 revs, you want it between 40 and 80 HPA, and we're at 28. So this car, the DPF is not blocked. Okay, I'm going to have to go and speak to the customer, because they've called me here to come and do a DPF cleaning, but this DPF is not blocked, and there's no warning lights here for a blocked DPF. So bit of a strange one. So let me go and speak to the customer. I'll come back to you, because honestly now I'm confused. Okay, so I've got a bit more information about this car now. Apparently it had a front end smash, and somebody botched up the wiring, and they, as I saw, the O2 sensors were replaced, which has happened. And with the let me close the door there, it's a bit noisy with vehicles coming past. With the just hang on. Okay, sorry about that. The customer phoned me as I was busy trying to explain. So what's going on with the fact that the O2 sensor wasn't working? The customer didn't want to drive the car on any long distances at all. He was nervous about doing that, and as a result, the car's done 269 odd kilometers. Very short trips, and the soot accumulation at that 12 grams of soot has slowly built up. Now he's got his own scan tool, and so he's reading that 12 grams of soot, and that's, you know, and he can see that there's a fault code there, but there's nothing on the dash, and that's why I'm here. That's making him nervous. So what I'm going to do with these Hondas as well, they are big on their oil dilution. I have checked the oil levels, they're all fine. I'm going to reset the oil dilution, and I'm going to reset the tell the car that it's got a new DPF, and that I'm happy to do that because the pressure in the DPF is not high, so there's no chance of me or of the car catching itself on fire, because you don't want to turn your customers' cars into a ball of fire. So what you do is you go to special function, ignition's on, yes it is, and what we do is we go to oil dilution estimated, or estimate integrated value clear. So we're going to be resetting the oil in this car. Okay, do you wish to continue? Yes. Press OK to clear oil dilution estimate. So it's resetting. Turn the ignition off. It's off. Turn the ignition on again, and it's on. Sorry, I'm just watching what I'm doing. That's okay. Successfully cleared oil dilution estimated integrated value. There we go. Turn the ignition off. So we switch it off. Okay. And then turn it back on. And then you gotta switch it back on. Okay, and there we go. That's done. Alright, so oil dilution has now been reset. The next thing I'm going to be doing is reset calculated particle matter estimates. Only to be done when a DPF is replaced. Dump to lump to lump. Okay, we're all good. Reset has completed. Okay, it's as simple as that. So now when we go back, we can go to read fault code. Fault code is still there. We can now clear that fault code. Okay, handbrake on. Okay, there we go. Go back to read fault code, and no more trouble codes. We're all good. And then that, believe it or not, exit should be it. I'm just going to pull up those different modules again. Okay, so then what I've done is that I've pulled up these different values again now, just to check that the car has accepted the information that I've told it has got a new DPF filter. And as you can see, the calculated particle matter value is now at 0. Distance from last regeneration success 0, which means that it's brand spanking new. DPF pressure is at 0 as well. So let's just start her up. Okay, so at idle, this guy, we just need to change him to there. We're back at 4 HPA, which is 4 millibar. It's absolutely spot on. Again, no warning lights. We're idling, the pressure's good. So what's happened here is, because the guy drove the car around for short distances, worrying about the O2 sensor, the car has calculated in its computer that the soot inside the DPF must be getting more and more and more, and it hasn't. The soot, the calculated particle matter value there, that guy at 0 grams, and it hasn't been getting full because the DPF is actually clear. So I've reset that, and I do believe that's going to be the end of the problem, together with the fact that I've reset his oil dilution, because these guys are big on their oil dilution, and oftentimes they'll send up a particulate filter problem when the oil hasn't been reset. So for the moment, I believe that's it. We're good to go, and I'll see you in the next one.